The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends, and welcome to SWOONTOWER Soccer. I'm Steph Craniola,
And I'm Mike Craniola.
and today we're all about the boys.
That's right. We have got the Open Cup final to talk about. The boys also played a match against RSL, technically, but we're not really going to get into it.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about the Open Cup.
Yeah, you may have heard Stephanie's voice sounds perfectly normal, just like all the time, and definitely isn't worth discussing. But in case you were curious what ragweed can do to a woman,
This is it, baby!
she sounds great. She sounds perfect. We love her every day, especially today.
All during ragweed season.
Yeah.
Fellow ragweed sufferers,
Unite.
I'm with you.
But we do have some fit checks for the Open Cup final. We've got some match moods. We've got some goal sellies. We have got some a social media standout. And then we are also going to talk about the experience of the Open Cup in general, the run up to it, the day of the final, kind of how we felt from an emotional standpoint and what we are looking forward to going forward here. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Let's start with fit checks because I am so excited to talk through these. Social team knew what they were doing when they put Jean Kolmanich on the front of this carousel.
Yes.
Now, we talked about the last time he was in a cowboy hat and he had on like a black jeans shirt and like tight black jeans, and everyone loved it except Landon.
Yeah, who is a monster.
And, you know, I thought that was great. Then Brad came along for a night in Verde, and I thought that's better. And now,
I love that this shirt had sleeves before Jean got to it.
no, do you think that? I think that Jean bought it like this.
I mean, you can see the fraying
I
from where they
know.
came off.
Do you know how many ripped jeans enthusiasts would?
You're right. So the reason I think Jean cut these sleeves off himself is when you really dive into the left armpit area of this shirt, there's like a big gash into like
The underarm.
the underarm area of it. And as a guy who has cut plenty of sleeves off his shirts, plenty of legs off his pants, sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah,
And
I love
so
this.
I think this is a custom job.
Okay.
That said, it is fire.
I like believing that it's a custom job.
Yeah. One of one. You cannot get this shirt because Jean made this shirt.
It's like the sunglasses are perfect.
Yes.
The
the
pose,
watch, like,
the
ugh.
one sleeve of tattoos, it's like you can't, I don't know. There's something about this pose, this look, this fit. It's like, it's
So
perfect.
cool. And he, like, when he walked on the field at the end of the Open Cup match wearing this outfit, like, it was so obvious who that was.
We
A
aren't going to
model.
get into like the lineup and stuff, but I did say to some of our friends that I think Nico purposefully left him out of the starting lineup and off the bench so that no matter what the result was, we could see this outfit walk across the field.
Yeah. You think he just came in too hot and Nico was like, there's no way warm-ups will do anything for this man. Like,
Yeah.
he's already cooking.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
can't have him start. He'll show up everyone.
I think that's exactly what happened. Then we have some other outfits.
Yeah, I like that Ilya brought a suit jacket to go along with cargo pants,
Yeah.
a classic pairing.
You know, black t-shirt, black cargo pants, black suit jacket. Is that how you do black on black on black?
Apparently, that's how they do it in Barcelona. We don't get it.
That
because
actually
we're-
makes sense.
Yeah, the continental mind cannot comprehend.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk about Julio.
I know.
These glasses are amazing. I
Yeah.
love them. They do I do think that they're like Google glasses, that they have a camera in them, and him putting his fingers on the frame, he's like clicking record. So it's like he can see us right now.
Oh, is that what you think is going on?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get into this later, but maybe he was trying to capture as many memories as possible here with this fit.
Making memories. I like that it's like he's like laying the seeds for his modeling career and his brand deals.
Yeah.
In
Get
a
the Mercier big brand right there.
exactly. But not in the same way as, I'm skipping ahead a few, Mirtu Zuni, who is all Louis Vuitton all the time.
Yeah. I do want to make sure that we talk about Guilherme Biru because he is wearing the go-to Mike Cragnola medium dress fit here.
Sure.
Of a long sleeve shirt that does not fit your arms because your arms are too long, and so you have rolled it up halfway to your elbow. I do hope someone teaches him how to properly roll his sleeves, though.
What's wrong with this?
My sleeve rolling enthusiasts will know that what you should be doing is folding it in a way that you can still see the cuff of your sleeve sticking out just a very little bit from that roll. It's okay. He's a young guy still. He'll learn.
Okay. All right.
But
well, I like it. I think it's nice and subtle.
It's a clean look. Looks fine. Solid work.
I want to talk about BHI's socks.
Okay.
And
I am
his
so
jeans.
glad because I also want to talk about his socks. I don't get it.
Listen, I love that he is a millennial boy holding on to his skinny jeans.
Me too. Great
Do
choice.
these ankles make me nervous? Yes. His ankles might be too skinny.
One of them is too skinny in this picture. The other is a normal ankle.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it is the angle, but I also
Ankle.
Yeah.
Ankle.
I also have so many questions. I love black socks. I love white sneakers. I cannot comprehend what goes through a mind that decides to pair the two.
Same. Also, why are they so long?
I don't mind a long sock, you know.
I think like if you're gonna have these skinny jeans that don't quite fit you, or maybe you just haven't shaken out your leg from driving yet. You know, you haven't gotten
you
the
haven't
length
done
back.
the little tug.
Yeah. You should wear ankle socks. You men wear ankle socks?
Or the no-show socks.
Yeah.
Or I think that's a fair statement. And maybe I wouldn't mind a black sock if that were the case. But like he could also have worn either a white sock or a crazy colored sock, and then it would be totally fine, right?
Yeah.
But it does like. I think the skinny jeans and fitted shirt is a great look in general.
Same. I think he looks great, and like until you get to the socks, and then you skip a couple centimeters in the picture, and then you go to the shoes, and you're good.
Yeah, I do understand why he is the focus in this picture, and Bukhari is the.
I think Buka looks
secondary.
fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's fine.
Yeah.
But like everybody else is putting in a little bit more effort this week in the fits.
Yeah.
One thing I do love about Buka are his shoes. Anytime I can get it like early 2000s skate potato style shoe, you know I'm into it.
Don't I know it? I do think that Danny's pants came to party today.
Yeah, the
He
pants
looks
are
like
awesome.
He's going to a ska show.
Yes. I had many pairs of pants that looked exactly like this from thrift stores in high school when I was in my clashing plaids and patches all over everything I owned phase.
Yeah.
So I loved this.
Yeah. He also just like...
I think this face is hilarious.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the right way to like describe it. The face is like...
He smelled a fart. That's what it looks like. Ooh, who did that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's not doing his face any favors because he's got such a cute, happy little face. I don't know. It's a miss on this
someone
one.
Made a little stinker in his photo.
Oh boy! All right,
Why would
let's
someone
go
do
to the
that
next
me?
picture.
The culprit. This is the man who
Stop. I don't... All right. Let's talk about Sabo's shirt here.
It's doing plenty of talking on its own.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could say more or louder than this shirt is.
I think I would love it with black pants or white pants. I don't know about the jeans.
Yeah, I like that it like feels cohesive with his Converse, with that like green and white style of the Converse. There's something that feels out of place about the jeans, and I don't know if it's the color, the cut, something is off.
Yeah.
But the shirt is crazy.
Yes, it's wild.
And the haircut looks bananas.
Yeah, the like comb over side part.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. Is this a Red Bull in his hand?
It looks like it might be a coconut water.
Oh, that makes sense. Because it's not quite the right blue
something.
for a Red Bull, but I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Maybe he did like my cousin and I used to do, where we would stop at Ocean State Job Lot and buy the weird imported energy drinks.
I hope he had fun wanting to itch his skin off.
Because they're 40 cents instead of $3. Shout out Blue Jeans, the energy drink.
Oh, no. I do love Owen's fit. I think he looked great.
I feel like we've seen this one from him before.
Maybe if we have, we've seen a different angle.
Okay. Certainly we've seen the individual pieces before.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've seen them together, but
you know what? I like that. I like being reminded that these are like real people with real closets that like sometimes mix and match their clothes.
Yeah. The Louis Vuitton shoes.
Is that what
Big
those
swing.
are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big swing.
Yeah. But that's a way to do a brand deal. Sorry, Mirtu.
Dang.
Brad looks great. Brad's going to get every step out of these Tacovas that he can.
I was going to say, do you think he'll wear these until he dies?
I hope so. I love them.
They're super nice boots.
Yeah. They're really great. I don't know how comfy they are.
I don't know.
Probably very. They're probably those things that like when you get cheap something, they're not comfy, but like when you actually spend money, they're good.
Yeah. We'll have to ask.
Yeah. I love this t-shirt. The neck on it.
With the super thick,
like almost cowl top. Yeah. I love that. That to me is the way to do a plain t-shirt with something.
Sure.
Like this is not a $3 for $5 pack of Hanes that you get from Target.
Yeah. I also like how tight
thick?
like not thick necessarily because it doesn't look heavy, but it looks like tightly wound or something. You know what I mean? Like the texture on it.
You can just tell it's a nice white t-shirt.
Yes.
It's like a special, it's Open Cup final white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Not mowing the lawn white t-shirt.
That's right. Elevated white tee.
I love it.
Yeah. Nothing plain about that white tee.
Oh boy. All right, you want to get into the last fit that I want to talk about? Brandon Vasquez.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He looked so good. So the we'll talk about the setup a little bit more later, but the MLS booth was right in front of 108, and since we're in 107, we got to see it quite up close. His hair, this like middle part with the little curls coming down around his forehead, his thin mustache. I am obsessed. Now that I'm looking, it does look like he's wearing the same t-shirt as Brad.
It also looks like he might be wearing the same t-shirt. Oh. With the thick
neck.
Yeah,
crew?
maybe the same brand.
We gotta know.
We gotta know.
We gotta get to the bottom of
No,
this.
because Brandon's has a little emblem on it, so it's not exactly the same.
Okay.
But it's also a lot boxier cut, but I think that fits Brandon's body type better than it would fit Brad.
Yeah. I just have never seen this kind of neckline on a white t-shirt, and now I'm seeing it twice.
Yeah. I thought the shorts maybe a little long, but like he's that that San Diego surfer boy, so I get it.
I like him. I thought he looked amazing.
I have the pair of shoes that he wore, the Puig Adidas skate shoes. They are
Wait,
very
you have
comfortable.
Ricky Puig skate
No.
shoes?
They are not Ricky Puig. How
You
dare
have the
you?
dorkiest skate shoes in existence?
Oh my gosh, I'm sending you videos right now.
I'm so
It's
upset.
Lucas Puig, and he's
I
amazing.
thought you loved me.
He's
and I
French.
thought you had respect. Oh, I'm back in. How do you spell Puig?
Puig,
Oh,
and he's very good.
okay. All right. Well, if he's French, then I'm all for it. Ricky Puig isn't French, is he?
No.
The QU. Like,
What?
Doesn't he do Ricky RIQUI? That's pretty French.
That could be
Ricky
French, sure.
Puig.
Yeah. But no.
Okay. Anyway,
Lucas
the
is a different guy, much cooler.
Okay.
He never tucks his shirt in.
Oh yeah, we
He's
love
a cool
Lucas.
guy, big shirt guy.
Well, that's cool that you have the same shoes. That's awesome. You and Brandon, same person, same
Well,
coffee love, same guy. All right, you want to get into our match moods?
yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So I think starting with Brandon is probably really important because of the doing the heartbeat. I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was so great that like we moved the heartbeat to the field to accommodate his knee. Because usually like the heartbeat takes place in the capo stands, and moving it down onto the field for Brandon felt really cool, felt really neat. There was an audio problem with the drum beat, and so we didn't get to hear the drum beat as loud as normal.
But it's okay because with two drummers,
That's right. When McConaughey hopped in to help out. I will say.
Do you think McConaughey bullied his way into it?
I bet McConaughey was the original person supposed to do it.
Well, because they only announced McConaughey. They didn't announce Brandon.
Right. But like we all wanted it to be Brandon Vasquez.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that it worked out that he was able to get out there and do it.
Yeah, me too.
I will say that like that was one of the louder heartbeats from an audience participation that I can remember.
Yeah.
Normally the drum mic like picks up a little bit extra of the crowd noise, but this was just straight crowd noise, and it was so good and so cool. And we were on the north end of the stadium so that we could see the tifo get raised, and like it felt so cool. It went long enough to drown out the Nashville supporters trying to chant over it.
Yes.
And like when they gave up and like we just kept going, it felt so awesome.
It was definitely a good indicator of what the night was going to feel like.
Yeah. And then we got that tifo race.
Yeah, man.
What a badass
10
tifo.
days?
Yeah, something like 10 days to put it all together. All of the supporters groups coming together to work on it. Like the incredible visual like experience of it all was so sick. All of the pictures look so cool. The vibe was just electric. Shout out to everyone involved. Shout out to the folks who spend all of their time, their effort, their passion in painting these things.
Yep.
It's not easy, and it's certainly not fast. And so if you want to get involved with TIFO, reach out to one of the supporters groups. They're always accepting new volunteers. Everything is done by regular people just like us. Definitely get in.
Yep.
It's so cool. It makes you feel a part of the club in a way that, like, I don't know, just lets
It's
you
hard
carry.
to describe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lets you carry a little bit more, like feeling of ownership
Mm-hmm.
in that like game day experience, and so highly recommend it.
Yeah. God, what a
Total badass.
yeah.
tifo.
It just was so cool.
And the lines were so crisp and tight.
I couldn't
and, like,
believe how, like, I mean, the other clubs who accuse us of printing these, like, I understand.
it.
I get it. it looks printed.
Yeah.
Like it looks like there's no way people could have
Humans.
done that.
Right. Yeah.
But
surprise.
yeah, I'm really, really proud of that work that they did, and just like the environment in the stadium. Fastballs guitarist
Doing
your
that.
national anthem.
Yeah. Steph was very surprised to learn that Fastball is Austin-based
No,
band
I
a few
know.
weeks ago. And then for that to like come full circle for us.
Yeah, that was
Fun.
crazy. All right, you want to get into the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about the game.
I was really proud of how our team played.
Yeah. I thought when I saw the lineup, I was a little bit confused because we had done so many different things over the past few weeks, and I asked Landon to tell me what we were going to do, and he said, this looks like a team that might hold the ball, and I'm sure he's going to talk about it more,
Yeah, of course.
but like the guys that played really wanted it.
If you want to know my reaction to the lineup, I have a picture I'll send you.
Yeah, text Steph about it.
Text me or tag me, and I'll send you the picture that I made Mike take of me immediately after people started talking about the lineup. Lots of energy on the field. There was a lot of like player hyping the crowd. Ilya did it a few times. Mirto did it. Like as
CJ
they were
from the bench.
Yep. Like even the like, I think that this goes to as a testament of the stadium atmosphere. Before halftime, the cameraman started running out onto the pitch, thinking that it was over.
Yeah, the CBS Sports like team was bringing out all of the gear for the halftime show as well, like down in front of us.
Yeah.
and,
They
like,
had been setting that up, but like
then
there
they
was
thought like, oh, it's done, and they like started pulling it out, and the half kept going.
yeah.
Like everything was just so electric. Like there was so much energy that people like couldn't really tell what was going on.
Right.
Yeah, it was just God. What were some of the moments for you that like if this were a normal match we would have noticed?
CJ drinking a sugar-free Red Bull
Yeah.
when he went to warm up as a sub.
Yeah, shout out to CJ with our 0-calorie energy drinks.
Yep, we love that. Hader wearing his pinny the right way around.
Yeah.
And this is something that like the normal match pinnies are Adidas, and these were Nike.
Yeah.
And they were weird.
Yeah,
there were like two sizes of them. One was enormous, and the other one was tiny. And somehow Svatak got put in size tiny, and then like Sabo got put in size enormous, and it was just like, what is happening?
It was incredible though, seeing Svatak look like a 1989 like college football quarterback. It was great. This little crop top on.
Yeah. Couple other things I noticed. Verdissimo had a whole cape with leaves on it,
And
sparkles. His new shirt had sparkles. I'm not sure if his top or Danny's mom's top was sparklier.
Was more fabulous.
Because we ran into Danny's mom ahead of the game, and she had on this really amazing like black like sequin shirt. It was amazing. And then Verdissimo came out with a version of, oh no, we're wearing the same thing. We're matching today. And like the like lights on it and the shine from it, it was like everyone came to party.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Yeah.
The stadium was rocking.
Yeah, it was.
It like Mirto scores a goal just before the half, and that was like the loudest celebratory moment I think I've ever heard this season.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And like everybody was just so hype.
Yep. One thing I thought that was interesting was in the 78th minute, Mirto switched shoes.
Yes.
And
I
I'm
saw that.
curious to know like what the like impetus of that was. Like, why?
Yeah, I know sometimes they trade shoes based on like the pitch condition. So if they're feeling like they're slipping around a lot, they'll switch out shoes. He didn't seem to be slipping, but he was shifting into a different role. And so I wonder if, and this is probably for Landon and the Moontower crew to talk about, but like when Mirtu started playing this different role, could he be moving more laterally instead of up and down the pitch, like left and right? And if that's the case, would changing your shoes out for a different stud pattern like help you stay more in control of your body during that?
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what they talk about in relation to like play style and how it might affect shoes. I just thought it was a really interesting thing to note.
Something I loved in this game was everyone was clearly pretty salty with refereeing decisions by the end of this game. And so that also included all of the subs and all of the bench and all of the starters for Austin FC, to the point that CJ comes into the game, and as he's furious with the goalkeeper for Nashville wasting time, CJ starts counting with his fingers as he's pressing the goalkeeper so that the ref will call like a time wasting penalty against the keeper. It doesn't happen, and then Tori Penso, the referee, yells at CJ for like showing her up, which like she's right. That's exactly what he was doing. And he's right. There was a lot of time wasting going on.
Yeah, he's right. And this brings me to something that I want to talk about with the refs specifically, because the refereeing was poor. And how blessed are we to have the first ever all-female refereeing team and to be able to say, wow, they were terrible. That's equality. But you know what I mean? Like, how many times have we had an all-male ref team?
That was terrible.
And they were terrible, and people were mad.
Yeah.
And now we have an all-female ref team, and they were terrible, and people are like, it's because they're women. It's not. It's because they were bad. Like, they're good refs, and I think even bad refs are the best refs of the refs. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason they have these jobs.
Yeah. When I saw that Tori Penso was leading the refereeing crew for this match, I was thrilled, because I think she might be, if not the best, the second best referee in the league. And so I was really looking forward to this from a, well, at least it won't be bad refereeing that like we can blame on the loss.
Boy, were we wrong.
Well,
no,
yeah.
I think a lot went into it, but that's just something that like I wanted to personally call out. I think a lot of folks were, there's a dynamic between players and refs that I think is uniquely different when it's when there's a woman as the main ref, as the, what do they call it, head ref?
Yes, head referee.
Head referee. And that is a distinctly size-based thing, I think. When Guilherme Biru is yelling at a ref who is maybe 2 to 3 inches shorter than he is, nobody says anything about it. It's an accepted part of the game. When he does it to a woman who is a foot plus shorter than him, it becomes a much more intimidating physical action, right? Just naturally.
Yeah.
And if we're encouraging our players to fight for, obviously Beer is not a great example because he's not our captain, but like whatever. It's not restricted to captains with any refereeing team. But like, what's the line and what's the expectation for these players fighting for calls that they believe are just and fair? I mean, it's not just our guys, right? Hani Mukhtar was brutal.
At least Hani is the captain, though. So, like, by the letter of the law in the game, Hani is the one person on Nashville who should be doing that.
Right.
But,
and
yes.
Like, what's the difference there? And this isn't a question that has an answer. It's something that, like, as we build equality in this sport, that like will keep being addressed in different ways. But I just think it's the way that the conversation changes around a female refereeing team is fascinating as a woman in sports to see and kind of take in.
Yeah. As someone who like spends a lot of time thinking about this kind of like space, right, of is sports, which is a like conceptually like a replacement for physical violence, right, like historically, anthropologically, at what point is aggression too much, and like how do we square that with the refereeing crew who like are central to the sport happening, and then adding on that additional layer of this like gender dynamics. It's such a nuanced conversation,
because
should be such a nuanced conversation, right? Like and so I think there's like I don't know, I think it's one of those things where it's probably better for sitting around and talking about in person, or like thinking about before reactively posting on the internet about, or like yelling in a stadium about, right? Like,
yeah, I think that there's a huge conversation to be have about the like physical aggression of players towards refs, period. If it takes seeing male players physically towering over a woman who's a referee to start that conversation and extend it towards the male referees, because I think that it's not a one or the other, right?
Right.
If we're asking players to either respect the captain only rule or pull back on that aggression in general, that needs to be across the board. And if it takes this as a conversation starter to get there, cool. But it has to be more than just this match.
Yes. Yep. I think that's a great way to put it.
Anyway, I can't wait to see the next game that has an all-female referee staff.
Right.
And
exactly.
maybe they'll be terrible again. But how many male superhero movies have been terrible and they still make them?
Oh, so
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the Wonder Woman argument. Wonder Woman was objectively bad, and that how blessed are we to have a bad woman superhero?
Yeah,
let's
keep
make
making,
another one,
right?
And maybe that'll be bad too. But like, it doesn't stop the Supermans.
Yeah.
All right, we had one goal, Sally.
Yeah. Speaking of a Superman,
hey,
we got a end of the first half goal from Mirtu Uzuni, making up for a penalty that he missed earlier with this unbelievable shot on goal that snakes through the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. And if my man doesn't run almost the entire stadium.
He ran all the way from the north end to the bench and then back.
What a moment. He's shaking his fists at the entire sideline, getting everyone hype, and like crashes into everyone at the bench. It was a real moment of like, this is a team together.
Yep.
Like, it's not just the 11 on the field. It's not just one goal scorer. It is all 18 guys, the full coaching staff, everybody working together, rowing the same boat, rowing the same way to get to what we're hoping to get to.
Yep. Really, really just, wow, electric moment.
Yeah. Super cool.
All right. Want to take an ad break?
Yeah, let's do it.
SWOONTOWER Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education. And they have their own podcast called Summary Judgment. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
You can go to FVF.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case.
Hey, Steph, is hot sauce good for your voice?
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad.
Especially St. Blaine's. My doctor said, hey, you're struggling with ragweed? Eat a taco with some St. Blaine's on it. Asterisk, asterisk. My doctor didn't say that. I'm my doctor. Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting, helping clients in the public affairs space from lobbying at the local, statewide, and federal levels to digital communications campaigns across the country.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities, but only advertises on this podcast because we are the best team in the world, the best team in the universe, the only competition for the soccer version of the Monstars. Contact our friends at McGuire Woods Consulting at mwcllc.com for more information. All right, Steph. We are in a season of reflection here for the Open Cup, the 2025 edition of the U.S. Open Cup.
Yep.
And so, should we look at this from our club's full participation history in the Open Cup?
Yes, and I want to talk about the Open Cup and its importance in general just quite briefly, because when the league allowed for second division teams or second teams to compete in the Open Cup in place of the first team, there was a lot of talk of boycott and protest to preserve the value of this, to preserve this cup.
Yeah. And so I think we should start with our club's first season, 2021. One of the things that I was most excited for was the Open Cup as a concept and bringing it back to Austin in a way that really represented where we have come as a city. And then in 2021, because of COVID, the cup was canceled. First time in the entire history of the U.S. Open Cup, 118 years or whatever, that it was canceled. Massive deal. But then 2022 came around and we were in it, and it was going to be magic. And we drew San Antonio FC in the first round. So exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to go to an established team in USL just down the road, a team that we all, I think, want to see eventually in MLS because of the support in the area, the location, the ability to have more local top quality soccer is always what I'm hopeful for anyway.
Yep.
And so getting to go down there was going to be so fun. And then the match was not fun.
It was not great.
And we looked bad. We played bad. And we were bounced in the first round.
Yep.
It was heartbreaking.
And then what happened?
Then, in 2023, we got our first home Open Cup game against New Mexico United. And who scored in that game?
Oh, man. This was my maybe favorite Austin FC memory ever.
That's right.
Open Cup champion, my boy.
Your son, Rodney Retta, scores the first goal at home for an Open Cup match in the 24th minute. Absolute ripper.
My firstborn child.
And then we got another home game against Chicago in the round of 16. And they whooped us.
And then what happened?
Well, and then in 2024, we weren't allowed to play. The first team was not allowed to play in 2024 because of an ownership decision. MLS Central ownership decided that in order to solve the problem of schedule congestion, they would continue promoting Leagues Cup as a competition and remove the first teams from Open Cup competition. Now, Steph, you were at that game, and I was at that game where Austin FC 2 played a semi-pro side.
Yep.
from North Texas.
Who had like Michael's t-shirts and
Screen printed by
cricket
friends. Yeah.
cricket numbers on the back.
And deservedly, we got beat in that game.
Yep.
A league that doesn't care about the Open Cup doesn't deserve to have representation in the Open Cup. And so we were beat. We deserved it. It felt bad. It was not a good representation of MLS as a league. It was not a good experience as fans.
Okay, Mike. And then what happened?
2025, baby. We're
Let's
back in the Open
go.
Cup because we weren't good enough to get into CONCACAF. We weren't good enough to get into Leagues
We
Cup.
don't need to talk about the why. We just need to talk about how important Open Cup is, and we were back in Open Cup.
That's
it was
right.
our focus. It was our goal. It was our dream. It was our promise.
That's right. This is the second best chance to get a trophy in the season because obviously Copa Tejas was the first best chance. Look at how bad FC Dallas and Houston are. Couldn't get it done. So we went to our second best chance and we beat El Paso 3-2 because Steph and I helped break a curse in the stadium. We beat Houston 3-1 because Steph and I helped break a curse in the stadium. The boys went to San Jose and won 2-2 penalty kicks. So exciting, very stressful, very physical game.
Very ref influenced.
Very ref influenced game. A game that starts to set a physicality expectation, I think, for this club.
Yes.
Mikel Dessler comes in with a super high boot, gouges out a gigantic chunk of Christian Espinoza's leg.
He's fine.
He looks like he's been bitten by a shark. He has to have a skin replacement surgery. His entire leg is replaced with a robot leg, and somehow he makes it back for the next match that San Jose plays.
Yeah.
What a champion.
Incredible recovery time.
But then, after beating San Jose, we go to Minnesota. And by we go to Minnesota, I mean the boys went to Minnesota and we went to Minnesota. We win that game 2-1. Another very physical game where the expectation is set that you can foul someone in a way that should be a red card in the league, and it won't be. It'll be a yellow card, or yellow card offenses just won't get called. And so that's the game that we play, and we win 2-1 with a last-minute unbelievable winner from CJ. Emotions are crazy high coming into this game.
Yep. So do you want to talk about like the stadium experience as we get there?
Yeah. So in the backyard of the stadium, that's how I'm referring to it from now on. Live Oak Park, the backyard, there is a party going on. There's a gigantic stage set up. There are bands playing. Brownout is playing. There are food trucks, and the Verde Band is selling things because if you're here, you may as well buy something. $4 beers are being sold outside of the stadium. One day, $4 beers in the stadium, maybe?
Let's go.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Then vibes are so high. All of the Nashville fans are coming in. Probably the most away fans we've ever had.
Probably.
It looked like it. I don't know if that's true. Fact check me. But like, there were over 200 Nashville fans in the stadium, up in the away section. They were rocking up there. And the vibes were so good. We get to our seats, and CBS has a full production staff set out. They've got so many cameras, and everybody's on site to talk about the importance of the game, to talk about the vibes in the stadium, to talk about the experience. Steph, did you have any opinions on the graphic designs used on the board for U.S. Soccer's presentation of the U.S. Open Cup final versus a standard Austin FC home match experience, or like any of the other in-stadium changes?
I didn't like that Jeremiah said goal so excited when it wasn't us.
Yeah, that
was bad.
It felt bad in my heart to be at our stadium and have U.S. Soccer try to run the game like it was a neutral site.
Right. Like, why are the lights turning verde? when Nashville scores.
Right.
Like, at least turn them yellow or some ugly color.
So when they scored their second goal, they just dimmed them, which was much better. But it was still like, I don't want
disrespectful.
I don't want a home game to have to feel like a neutral site game. And
It's
if
not-
we want a neutral site game,
Get a neutral site.
put it in a neutral site.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like the U.S. versus other countries that we've played for the U.S. men's national team that, like, it acts as, like, the U.S. men's team is a visitor. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Like, it's Austin. Like, of course. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not, they're not our team. It's not. It really bugged me.
Yeah, it feels bad as a supporter to know that, like, this is technically like a home game. We won
It's
the
earned.
rights to host.
Right. We earned a home final.
Whether they decide that, like, doing a draw for earning the final hosting is wrong, that's fine. Next time. But, like, let us do our show. Let us run our event with our home experience. This, like, we're trying to have it both ways thing doesn't work for me.
No.
I didn't like it.
I didn't either.
I loved everything else about the experience.
Sure.
Everyone in the stands was, like, bringing it 100%.
Yep.
Our section never stands for anything. And there were full stretches of plays where we were on our feet.
Yeah.
And not just you and I, but, like, everyone in the section. And that never happens.
No, I mean, and I could see Zach when he went on Kickback Soccer last week, talked about this a little bit, how he was excited to bring back the 2022 vibes of the North End, where everyone was, like, standing for longer periods of time. And with my terrible, terrible eyes, I could see for a while that, like, a lot of the North End, especially, like, from the Pirates to the North End Podcast Boys, was like a rectangle.
Yeah, all of
on their feet.
123 basically standing the whole time. Like, there was a lot more willing the team to victory
Yes.
in this match than I can remember in a long time.
And you know what? There was a lot more, like, to me, our section in 107 is really great. And this is year 5 that we've been around the same general people. And I feel like finally on Wednesday, we were a section. Like,
Yeah.
we were friends and I, like, this season more than any other, I feel like we've really gotten to know the people around us more. But, like, I don't know, something about Wednesday night, it was like, it didn't matter. Everyone was just, like, so on the same page.
Yeah, the vibes were immaculate, as the kids might say. And, like,
It was
we're
cinema.
all doing, it was cinema, nice. We're all doing, like, inside jokes with each other across multiple rows, and, like, it just felt together.
People were singing that I've never heard sing before.
Yes. The loudest Felice Felice I've ever heard sung in my entire life was on Wednesday.
Shout out to everyone in our section for getting such a kick out of and then adopting every time I yell cascante instead of aguante.
Yeah, they loved that one.
Especially Andrew Urban.
And
what a
then the other one that made its way around our section is someone else. And instead of saying verde negro, they say get in the goal.
Get in the goal.
Get in the goal. And it was just so funny to, like, start to see these chants take on a life of their own outside of the supporter section and still, like, add to the voice.
Well, and that's the thing, is it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Right? Like,
Right.
we're singing the tune. We're like, there are some words happening. We're all together. It's noise. It's adding. It's additive, not like...
Yeah,
it was
it's
just really
additive,
fun.
not subtractive, not
Right.
distractive.
Right.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
The end of this game was heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
It was devastating. And Steph, I know you were having a different experience through the second half as the boos started to get louder and as the fans started to get more angry with the refs.
Yeah.
But, like, as someone who grew up yelling at umpires in baseball games or things like that, right? Like, you're finding a scapegoat because you can't fathom blaming your players or like feeling hard done by the boys on your team, like not accomplishing their goal.
No, of course. And even like Ilie was hyping up booze. I loved that. I have just discovered that, and this is something that I've realized kind of subconsciously, and I've talked about on here before, the difference between Austin FC games and USMNT games. There's a much more aggressive boo-y attitude of USMNT games that I don't like. And I think it kind of like came full circle on Wednesday night. My body just reacts negatively, unconsciously to booing and mass crowd aggression.
Yeah.
There's something in me that just shuts down at it. And like, I mean, I'm a musical theater girly, right? Like when you have so much emotion inside of you that you can't possibly talk anymore, you start singing. I think the same is true of boos. I'm coming to realize there's nothing in you besides pure emotion, and it comes out as either a cheer or a boo because you don't have the function to format it in any other way. It's the same exact thing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's when that emotion is too high, there's no other option. And so I can appreciate it and respect it. And, you know, there's just like, I got to go to therapy about it, I guess. But
to that point of like, there's nothing else you can do but boo.
Yeah.
When something like upsets you that much, right? We were at the game with our friend Peach and his wife Brooke, and like Peach had such a big boo that he like almost passed out and like fell down in his chair, and Brooke was like, maybe take it easy.
Yeah.
Shout out Peach. Boo as loud as you need, baby. But like, I think that's exactly it, right? Like you have a no inside you,
A visceral.
yeah, and it comes out as boo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's just really, it's a fascinating like community study to think about.
And so as the game ends and we weren't the team of destiny, like what went through your, like what, take me through that experience for you?
I had kind of like buttoned it up for myself because I have to do this for myself. Otherwise, like I've strong emotions. Like I had told myself we weren't winning at like the 80th minute. And so I used that like 15 minutes to prep myself for it. So by the time the game ended, I was okay. I was like, you know what? I'm so proud of how they played. I don't think we could have played a better game, to be completely honest with you. Obviously, were there things that could change? Yes, duh. But like, when is there not? This wasn't a team that I watched that I didn't think was pushing hard enough or didn't think wanted it. Clearly, everyone put their entire body, soul, blood, sweat, tears on the line for this. I was okay. I was so proud. I was disappointed, but I was so proud of the overall experience. And then
yeah, so while Steph collects herself here, for me, I just kept waiting for the goal. There was a moment where CJ got a header on a free kick as the ball came into the box. And I said, well, of course, this is it. This is the one we score on, because this is
and there were so many close chances too.
I've been trained now that if CJ gets a touch on the ball in the end of a game, we
Michael,
score.
it touched our talisman. It has to go in.
Right. Like, and that's literally how I felt. Like, I was like, what? No, Nashville is doing something wrong because it touched CJ and now the ball goes in the net. And that's how it goes now. And it was bizarre, like emotionally strange that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I was okay. You know, I as a as a guy who has a long history of being a sports fan.
You can just say as a Boston Red Sox fan.
Right. As a Red Sox fan from 8 to 40, I have been through peaks and valleys with a team, and the last time I cried for a sports team was 2003, and I was 20 years old. 21 years old. No,
19.
I was 19 years old.
It's okay.
And like the way that I have connected to Austin FC has been deeply and like passionately, and like I did not expect to feel as much as I felt after the game. Looking out and seeing Guilherme Biru with his shirt over his face and his body racked with sobs, and a coach rubbing his back and like taking care of him like you would a child.
Yeah.
Like pushed tears to like the brink of my eyes, but I wasn't willing to like let go and feel that all the way. 'Cause it felt so soon
Yeah.
to feel so much.
Yeah. And like, I cannot collect myself, so that's where I am today. We can blame ragweed. When I was okay, and then I looked out there and I saw Biru crying, and then I watched Julio Cascante stand there for like, I don't know, a solid like 8 minutes, just doubled over sobbing. Like, just to watch these professionals who have been here for 5 years. I'm sorry, but it was like just to see the emotion that was going through them. Like, it just made me feel so horrible.
Yeah.
And like, I very, very much know what it's like to feel like this is the end of your career, and like every competition is the last competition that you could win. And like, I don't even know why I'm so emotional right now. Like, it's been like making me tear up all week. Anyway, I'm really proud of our team, and that's all I have to say about the Open Cup.
Super normal.
I'm sorry.
No, I think it says a lot to the types of players and the type of engagement that this team has with the public to connect so emotionally with someone like you who is not a lifelong sports fan type.
Yeah.
Who is not a like built for this like through nurture or nature or anything, right? Like that connection is so real and so like honest that I think what we have in this town with this team, with these players, with this like leadership group that's especially in place now is really special. And I cannot wait for our next Open Cup final. I cannot wait for our first MLS Cup final. I can't wait for us to lift a trophy. Home, away, wherever it is. But I do know that there will be more heartbreak moments like this throughout this experience of being a fan. Folks on social media, players on social media, like players have been sharing out their, we're coming back, we're working through this feeling, and like the road is full of ups and downs type posts. If you are seeing those posts, give them a green and black heart. Give them the love that they deserve for representing our city the way that they have, with all of the energy that they have, and let's get them hype. Saturday we go again. We try to lock down the playoffs. A big game on Saturday, because if Brad Stuver gets 2 saves, he passes the most all-time saves for any goalie over a 5-year period.
That's incredible.
So that second save on Saturday, let him know.
Yeah.
The only other social media standout that we have today is a happy birthday to Julio Cascante. His sharing of his posts have been so cute. Jessica's posts about him have been so hot. They always are. It has just been a landmark day in the Craniola household for Julio Cascante social media content. So Steph is celebrating on her own.
Thank you to Mike for carrying the end of this episode. I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't know what happened to me.
You know what I want to know, Steph?
Yeah.
Who's the man of your jersey?
I can't possibly pick this week. It's our whole team.
That's not how it works.
I know, but you know my notebook that Jana hooked me up with at Aaron Condren that has all the players' names on it. It's that. It's a jersey with like the ampersand shirts.
Yeah. But it's
Stuver and Cascante and Biru and Pereira and Wolf and Gallagher and Kolmanich and Svatak and Dubersarski and Rubio and
wow, Ilya
Bukari
shafted.
and Sanchez and made me list 25 people off the top of my head. I'm still crying.
All right. You know what? I'll accept the ampersand shirt as your man of your jersey this week. Thank you.
We honestly, and Vasquez, because we don't get to the Open Final without the entire team.
It's true.
We don't get to the Open Cup Final without Bobby Taylor. That's true. We don't get to the Open Cup Final without every single one of them.
I love that we just called him Bobby on this show. I don't think anyone else other than our friend group calls him Bobby.
I mean, shout out Bobby T. I don't know what to say. That's who he is in my heart.
He's the man of my jersey this week. Y'all, if you like this show, rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your moms.
Tell your therapist.
Especially
if they're looking for
tell
new
Steph's
patients.
therapy. Yeah. Tell Steph's therapist.
Tell Steph therapy.
Y'all, thank you so much.
We love you.
Bye.
I will marry Chewy's.
Yeah.
Because they love Chupa Boom sauce.